Hey, I'm Brandon Doss, and the subject I've chosen myself personally, the concept of snuff films. What is a snuff film? Well, let me tell you. A snuff film is something in which the people in the movie are killed off, but it seems as though they have been killed off in real life. And it's the concept of the actors actually dying, which isn't common anymore because with special effects, everyone's like, oh, they're fine. But back in the day, this was a serious issue. Now, these movies seem to originate somewhere from the 1970s with movies such as Solo, otherwise known as 120 Nights of Sodom and Gomorrah, or Cannibal Holocaust. They became a very big problem because the amount of gore used in movies wasn't to the extent of common day back then. So you won't see a movie like The Evil Dead come out, where the entire movie is based upon demons infesting people's bodies and then just killing each other, not much of a story to it. And from this, a lot of myths have developed, such as with Cannibal Holocaust, one of the main actors is killed off in the movie in a very gory and realistic fashion. And allegedly they were sued for this and went to court, and apparently the one actor who died didn't show up. Now that's some scary stuff. Another infamous movie from this list would be A Lizard in a Woman's Skin. Carlo Rambaldi was mainly known as the special effects director for movies such as E.T., but what people don't realize is that he also enjoyed making less cuddly, more horrifying movies. This man ended up earning 2 years jail time for a scene in this movie where a woman walks into an abandoned asylum. What he sees is two dogs laying on the ground with their chests ripped open and their hearts still beating. This man did go to jail in Italy for 2 years based off of that for animal cruelty. But anyways, back to Cannibal Holocaust. You know how I told you about the actor dying? Well, he didn't actually die. They ended up all going on to an Italian talk show and basically speaking out about what had actually happened, and then the murder charges were dropped. But after that, they were sent to jail for 4 months for animal torture, for scenes such as a monkey getting its head chopped off with an axe, where they didn't use fake animals, they used real animals. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Okay, now you may want to take a seat for this next one. Just kidding. Okay, this next film was entitled Snuff. Now, this movie was advertised as a behind-the-scenes documentary, basically, where they're filming, everything's normal, and all of a sudden, two cast members hold down a girl and brutally murder her and rip her intestines out. Damn. And if that wasn't bad enough, two cast members are heard in the background shouting about if they have enough film and asking, basically, if they had recorded her murder. After the one cast member says, yeah, we got it, the film ends. The funniest part of the film's tagline actually was, the film that can only be made in South America, where life is cheap. Last movie on this list is the movie Solo. Now, this is a movie that I never want to see, ever, but I have, and it's really disgusting. I mean, do not watch this movie, please. Don't even look up pictures of this movie. It's that bad. Now, the basis of this movie is 4 men kidnap 9 teenage boys and girls. Okay, well, that sounds like a typical kidnapping film, like Taken, almost. No, this movie involves heads being scalped, tongues cut off, eyeballs are snipped out of people's heads. A girl's forced to eat feces, and several people are raped. Now, keep in mind, this movie has teenage boys and girls, which I couldn't really pick out the age of them, and it wasn't listed anywhere. So I'm kind of freaked out as the concept of they literally made child porn into a movie. I'm bewildered at how this made it on the screens. But the concept of it being a snuff film is very pronounced, clearly. and there were so many lawsuits. I mean, hundreds upon thousands of lawsuits. In Sully's defense, they were trying to make a statement about fascism. I guess fascists just rape everything and cut people's tongues and eyeballs out. I don't know. I'm not a fascist. I've never met one. I couldn't tell you. But again, I do not recommend watching this movie ever. It is extremely explicit and contains full frontal nudity through just about the entire movie. Somehow it leaked onto YouTube. I don't know how, but the entire movie is up. I don't recommend watching it, but it's there. Don't do it. Seriously, don't. So there are numerous accounts where there were lawsuits for people being slaughtered on film, but none of them actually turned out to happen. For all the information that I've covered throughout this video, check out my list at digo.com/list/Brandon Dowse. Will be under Snuff Film Citation.